Hello guys, good evening and welcome for today's LFM Pro starting last series. Guys, it's about time to hit the track for Monza. It's going to be good fun, 45 minutes. You hear I'm a little bit, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm getting sick, I'm not sure if it's a little bit of allergic reactions and stuff, but as a matter of fact, I sound pretty nasally. Nazar. Call it whatever you wanted. Anyway, we're sneezing a little bit left, right, and center, so let's see how it goes today. We're about to hit the free practice runs, and we're about to warm up with race fuel. As you know, guys, we're starting dead last, which, of course, because it is Monza and turn 1 is always scary, could be a little bit of an interesting one. Regarding expectations, I have no idea whatsoever. I've done 30, 40 minutes of practice and I could score mid-35s. If that's good or bad, we'll find out, I guess. What I do know is that we're probably needing 100% virtual energy. Expecting 29-ish laps. And I guess we'll take it from there. Hey Paul, hey Nicholas, hey Alex. P1K is incoming. Let's say it's prone to be, right? Maybe I'm even causing it. Oh boy. There you go. And the FPS is so bad. I do genuinely not know what has happened to the game, but FPS are real clusterfuck. And I know I'm not the only one complaining, so I guess it's a general thing, right? Yeah, and then, guys, honestly, like a 3080 should not be outdated, right? I think that's still a decent graphic card. That is well within a budget. Let's say it's still expensive, huh? I don't know. Game performance is a bit of a thing. They wanted to beat iRacing on the worst netcode? What do you mean? Bad netcode? I mean, I haven't experienced that yet. I don't know why everyone is experiencing it apart from me. And before this time I get screwed over by netcode and stuff. And honestly, I think a 3080 is a decent card. I genuinely believe that, yes. The BMW can't take the undercut. I saw a Ferrari just taking it beautifully. But then I guess Ferrari has high rake on a low downforce track, so rip at the Ferraris. Every time you're following a car, it looks like they are vibrating. That might be a CPU issue, in all fairness, because I mean we're gonna probably have a look when we're going down the road here with that behind that GT3. And I can also switch into like camera. You think it's vibrating as well? I mean, my cockpit is vibrating, as you can see, but okay, ever so slightly. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but still, the iRacing netcode to me is much worse. The only thing that's worse than my netcode, the netcode, is my tyre temperature as of right now. So much more grip than the testing that I did. At least it feels like this. The tyres are still not yet the temperature. Doubt I'm gonna get one more lap. Hashtag let's see. .35.9. So I consider everyone else right now is on a quali push. My pace looks alright then, I think. Oh, so my car can take the undercut. Copy. Bit of a moment. Oh, there we go. Session's moved. Yeah, I've heard it a couple of times now that people suggests netcode is worse. Netcode is worse. Yeah, I'm yet to really experience that though. I'm entirely honest. Not saying it's not the case, but yeah, just generally speaking. Right, 45 minutes times 60 divided by, we're doing 28.99. So that is an average speed of 33.1. What about 96.4? It's pretty slam dunk 29 laps. Like 100%. So let's do a little bit of social media. Because we're so in the game, you know. And let's watch someone in qualifying. Because we're not driving, obviously. Ooh. Mr. Colombo with the explanation mark. Come on, Mo. Show me what you got. You're in the scope. Meanwhile, I'm putting up my post. Is the is the race lap app going crazy for you guys as well? This is so stupid. I don't know why this has happened over the update. Whenever you're not live on your own. Comes the link. I hear lockups. So let's see where people are putting themselves in terms of pace. Banning wants to join in the Last of Us challenge, it seems. Kreuzer 36.7 is the time to beat, and Colombo is on that level. Virtually even ahead a bit. But of course everyone is about to improve now. Castorino 35.6. Brackenbury 36.0. Colombo 36.2. One actually. Very tight up front there, apart from Castorino, who has created himself a little bit of a gap. Sparks, no, this is not a team event. This is solo driven. So Colombo then currently heading for a top 3. starting grid. And I see the Ferraris very much in the front again. Sparks, I decided to drive this season as a starting last season, yes. The entirety of the season I start at the very, very back of the grid. And yeah, kinda on purpose, of course. For the fun, for the content, for the memes. Castorino 34.9. Honestly, I do a 35.5 with race fuel. Unless I were on some weird settings. Car looks pretty decent then. Ah, look how tight it is. P4 to P7 literally within a nutshell. Ah, there we go. Carecas 34.5. My car is not that fucked then, I guess. Wow. Tight. All right. Guess we're about to hit the racetrack, guys. Looking forward to cool down. Mein erster Buddy cool down. Ist besser als draußen? Ist schlimmer? Ja? Somehow it worries me I'm still in qualifying. The game appears to be working. BMS is postponed for now? Is it? I haven't heard about that. Here we go. Alright, chaps. Yeah, I mean, we have summer break, I think, until end of August anyway. If I'm not mistaken. So one guy without a car. More guys without a car. Uh-oh. Thank you for the good luck wishes, guys. Going to be fun. Let's see how far down the BMW is or is not. Oh boy, what a gap. Well, I guess plenty of time to react for me if some stuff happens at the front. Here we go. 45 minutes of last to first challenge. Green, green, green. Very good. Plus 4 spots. Bro, come on! Just drives into me once, twice, 3 times. Oh shit. That was on me. That's a bit bad because, as you can imagine, BMW versus BMW is sort of an issue. The tires are not in the window yet, but getting a great Ascari run. Hello, Angelot, hello. Nope. Cannot help with a profile for a SC2, running a SC1 and having the same issue. Not feeling too much in it. So, 2 more spots away from top 10. And I honestly believe pace is going to be Gucci. It's fine. You can ask the question in German or in English. I will reply in English though most of the time. And of course, if you let me know that you don't understand English, then I'll happily switch to the German answer. So basically, 1 lap in clean air. Apart from the overtaking to turn 1, let's see what the pace is. 35.6 at the front, we're doing 36.0. And that gives us a couple of greens ahead, so let's see where we go. I think I'm massively overfueled. Where am I? Only 25 laps. Oh yes. I need to do... Well, everyone needs to do some fuel saving to an extent. Oh, what a dive at the front. Oh my god. Just the complete send of Nevi in the Porsche. Yeah, we're actually good on fuel. Let's go for more moves on the grass. Bachmeier with the push off. I can't recall if I recall the name in a good way. So let's see. Orica, because I made this and the Mercedes AMG Virtual Championship my dedicated last to first challenge championships, where I basically will start last. I'm fighting the damn FPS issues all over again. It's disgusting. Netcode is not my issue. My issue is overall game and graphic performance. So Lancelot, you know what's the big issue? That the game is not penalizing making contact. Like the guy that drove into my car on a straight line twice now in this race already. He's not been punished for doing so. Neither by the rules nor by the physics. You know, if cars would explode as soon as they go touchy-touchy, no one would do that. But since the cars do not explode, everyone is racing like idiots. So where can we crack that Porsche? Certainly not by running deep into turns. Why should we clap for the game for that decision? I hope that's some ironic stuff. Because we don't want to see Robin is racing on a straight line, turning into each other, trying to break the toe or the momentum. That's just bullshit. The respect, yeah, but you know, the lack of respect becomes, you know, I agree. But if everyone's doing it, like, you'll lose out if you don't, to an extent. And I try not to, as much as I possibly can. And I'm also admitting if I'm at fault for something, but at the same time I'm like, why the heck do we have to question that in the first place, you know? But then again, I say it's also, once again, a type of cause and effect. The game wouldn't be that lenient in the first place. And now you can argue whether it shall be a game's management issue or a driver's management issue. But I think if the game wants to see good and clean racing as well, they can do something about that. Which is not screwing up netcode, but is like when you drive into the side of someone. I mean, I think that's what they tried doing with the with the punctures already. Maybe the punctures are not enough. Dog's going at it. Going to touchy, please. Oof. Not like I just said it. Fast time traffic, fast time drama. For me going into the Ascari chicken. So sitting 10th now. Yeah, we're hypercar bozos. Oh man, the GT3 goes slowly there. 31 minutes to go. I think it's helpful. You know, I do have a couple of information on my dashboard on the wheel that I also have in game, but need to go a couple of more taps on the LCD. But with a glimpse on an eye, you can immediately see it on my dashboard. Whether that is traction control or the cut-in of traction control, which is not even visible for me in that seating position. Brake bias, engine map, especially LEDs. A bit more accurate and specific fuel number as well. It's quality of life stuff for me. Not necessary, of course, but I love having it. That Peugeot seemed slow in the straight. E9. So I think P8 and then, yeah, we need to see. Oh, Vichy, what are you doing? Book stays behind. Positive remark on Patrick for me. Did I say positive? If I turn in, I die. Guess he said sorry. So, 36.0. Palumbo 35.4. I don't think I can do that really. Having said that though, I can't remember what was the last time I had like clean laps. So let's go and push. The key, I don't know. I was questioning the attempt as well, and I left more than enough room. But as you can imagine, rather for my own safetyness rather than for his one. Oops, I think he disconnected. Here we go, 35.6. I can't quite get the pace of Colombo. This lap, yes, but Uncle Peter had even a couple of 2 or 3 tenths quicker. Let's see if I can more perfectionate. On one and stuff. But in all fairness, I don't necessarily think it can go much faster. Maybe I can. Looking at taking the chicken. But you know, at this stage we're also talking about going like a lot faster in order to reach Uncle Peter in P6, 7 seconds ahead. No drama, no chance. And Colombo comes down to how quack and how Gucci I'm going to drive. Because Colombo can do the 35.4s as well. That was a one-off, or if that is his actual pace, we're going to see in a moment. $35.5, yeah. I'm basically matching. 20,000 slower actually. But hitting the leader's pace, so. Guess that in itself is a good thing. And you can always argue, well, we're talking Monza, we're going straight anyway. True. And BMW is quite a weapon, I think, on going straight, so car most likely not being too slow. Yeah, no spins. We don't want to see any spins, true that. I have a little bit of an issue into Ascari with the BMW. Like also, you know, jumping over that curb is usually a good time eater. And I think this lap Colombo is actually quicker than us by 2 or 3 tenths, so. So much about checking on potential pace. 35.4, I can't do that. I mean, I can, but I can't at the same time. Chantum Pup, hello there. How are you doing? Let's get Menchachi first. Bachmeier with a stop and go. How the hell did that happen? Something odd must have happened with the game again. Let's get on with it. Focus on getting the Beamer ahead. .22.5 minutes. Yes. That's the line I want to take through Ascari, basically. Yeah, guys, if you enjoy the stream, if you love to see what we're doing, then please have a follow on Twitch. Subscribe us on the YouTube channel if you haven't done already. And then support this stream with thumbs ups and follows and stuffs. Very much appreciate that. As we have 15 laps to go, we're a bit tight on virtual energy, just a tiny bit basically. So traffic later on will help closing that gap, or if not traffic, we'll make use of this draft ahead. Unless we go Spinala over the curbs. Pace is looking good. Yeah, and if you think pace is looking good and you also want to enjoy this BMW in the way it drives, then I can only encourage you to check out the BMW hypercar setup for Monza on the B-Alien webshop, and make sure to use the BHOYA code for receiving a 10% off. As we see a GT3 being off, and that is the question: was that self-inflicted? Or because Colombo also lost a second, does he get a penalty? Entrepida also lost a second. What if he did it? But Brain also lost a second, turning into Ascari. I need to get the GP3 before the braking. Good stuff. I don't want to, but I feel like I'm in need of using the mirrors. And the slideshow begins. But it's those long and heavy braking zones where I'm continuously scared to death from GT3's braking late. Kinda dive and coming close in the braking zone. Just as that Lambo came close now. Yeah, I might be better off with TC1, but the thing is, I can't assign a button just hitting TC1 and then go back to TC7 or 6 or whatever I need. So I'd rather use the off button whenever I'm straight lined, or enough straight lined. Right, traffic ahead for the BMW. Not close enough on the entry for me to really do a move. What was that gravel smoke for? Did Colombo commit a cut there? Nice, BMW almost moving on the braking. Not surprised. See by whom. He'll be not surprised to see who has done the dive bomb. There goes, proper 1-1. We're closing the gap to Colombo. Let's see how quick Menchachi is going to be. I have the feeling like I'm just a tiny little bit faster than him. Not significantly though. But maybe enough to have a move. No, the rotary dials are yet in place, but I don't want to like be scrolling around every now and then, you know, I need it in the very moment. And I have GT3 traffic that will enable a slingshot for me. It actually lets me go. You know, when I want to have the TC off or like the maximum acceleration I needed in the moment I press this button, it would be like half a second later when I scroll down the rotary, and by then, like, you know, the real advantage is gone. Uncle Peter and Brackenbury are angling with each other. Uncle Peter now a second off Brackenbury. Was there contact? And if there was it decisive enough for the stewards to cause a penalty? A rather bad middle sector right now. So Francesco let us go, but is now really in contention to come back from it. Something's telling me that this race isn't done yet. In the way we're sitting right now, position-wise. I need Uncle Peter and Brackenbury to tangle a bit more so Colombo gets involved, and then they need to do 3 wide stuff. That is the only way I'm really getting close enough in time, probably. Although 15 minutes to go, you never know. I'm just way too inconsistent here in the middle sector stuff. Given way too much time up. $35.4, $35.8, we're doing $35.5. Oh. Not quick enough. Have to brake early for second chicken. It's not that I'm generally not quick enough, it's just in that very moment right now. I'm not having the pace. You know, losing a 10th here on the exit, losing a 10th on the chicken. Nine laps to go. And Menchachi doesn't need to save the fuel or the virtual energy. I'll be down on virtual energy, to be honest. Not by a huge margin, but maybe significantly enough. Three white carnage incoming? I don't think so, to be honest. Nice. This time I was like way too early. Yeah. So P8 is going to be the maximum. Anything, you know, I also don't deserve anything higher up right now in terms of how stuff's going. Like, you see me right now being a bit up and down, very inconsistent. Too late at brakes, too early at brakes. Although I have to also admit, like, sitting here in that dirty air and that draft now again, suddenly the car somehow feels better, which makes no sense. Yeah, it was a bit of a push, but then at the same time, if I would have kept going in that sense, I would have not really had a chance to make that move stick. It's just like right now I think my last minute click for more stability on the rear wing is just hurting me. Oh, yeah. The anti-cut, and now even P8 going to be a stretch. I'm not able to be that quick. It wasn't actually the anti-cut that made the car bounce. It was the landing from the anti-cut that made the car bounce. And it's those races that give me a headache at times because, you know, I've been clearly faster than Menchachi when I passed him, and after that I somehow lost my mojo. Not sure if it's the reference point that has just started to mismatch, because he was gone and I was, you know, always seeing a car ahead. I mean, look at my lap times, 36.2, 35.7, 35.5, 35.6, 38.6. I mean, it doesn't look as inconsistent as it feels. Uncle Peter with a drive-through. And yet I'm going to be lucky. I mean, as much as we discuss about starting last and doing last to first challenges and blah blah blah, you also have to consider that it's those chances right now that we're just not picking up on. And that's not good. If you get what I mean. Nice FPS shit. FPS drop coming in the very exact perfect moment for not anticipating a slide. I don't understand how the game performance could become so bad. And there's Kreuzer now. And see, if we just did not do the issue, we would have now been sitting in 7th, effectively 6th because of penalty, but nope, we're not capitalizing on it because we made these mistakes. The question that remains now is, how broken is Kreuzer's car? If it is broken. Yeah, race is over when it's over, but again, like, we compromised ourselves very much so. Colombo with the fair play. Poor Lucas. He wanted to do what I did, and he was like, oh, there's no space, and then the space opened when he decided for the alternative route. So 2.3 seconds. That's just 5 minutes, basically 4 laps. And I need to still save bits of energy. Now 1.6. This traffic has helped, but this was the final traffic. Onkel Peter goes in for his drive-through. Yeah, P6. P6 is maximum, I'm afraid. Can we channel our inner skill set for the Michi Magic with 3 laps to go? Disregard the track limits, but three to go after this one. tight on energy. Dump on the anti-cut, that is 3, yeah. With the fuel saving or energy saving I need to do is not really push, and at the same time I also saw that pushing isn't really great for the pace either. But then this is not quite enough. So 5 more minutes. The cars like jump around. I can't recover from that one anti-cut F-up, sadly. There a bit more traffic? No. Maybe actually next lap could be full of traffic. Will it? 14 seconds. Nah, it won't. Damn it. Shit. Ah, sad story. I mean, P7 out of P last is great, but you know the game about wanting to maximize shit. Now we could have been 6, that's for sure. This particular corner where we jumped around over the curb has denied it. And now I think we're lacking 3 laps to close the gap. It's fine, we take it with a smile. Using the gravel, GT3 and the Hyper. Oh well, is a P7. It's good stuff. Kudos to Francesco. Outsmarted me. Bit of a bittersweet one, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Still good stuff, as you can imagine. Guys, I hope you have enjoyed the race. And if you did so, please have a follow and Twitch subscribers on the YouTube channel. And again, if you're eager to check out this BMW, if you appreciated the way it drove from looking at it, then please go !setups. Check out the Alien web shop for Alien setups and make sure to use BHOYER as a checkout code to save 10% on your purchase. I wondered whether they've done new sounds to the Hypers on setting off with the pit limiter still. Is that? It doesn't make a difference. Kudos to Colombo. As we're limping home on the last bits of energy. I'll show you in the pit lane what I mean if I reach pit lane in time. He wanted to celebrate his P5, I guess. Come on. So guys, no stream tomorrow, no stream on Saturday, I'm afraid. Not sure yet, but very likely not. And then also, for sure, no stream on Sunday, guys. We will be back with a stream on next week. Make sure to check out our socials for the stream plan coming up. And maybe I have the chance showing you what I mean as we're in pit lane. Does it happen here? Probably also not. Maybe if we come from ignition off, ignition on. Nope. Well then, where is my garage? There is my garage. Why do I get a penalty for such stuff? I'm in garage, F's sake. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna call it a day. Race for first place was decided on the final lap in the final corner. That's how it should be. Half a second stuff. Best sim racer in the world against beaten by it. Right, guys, we're gonna call it a day saying thank you so much for watching. We're now obviously gonna have a send over and hand over for the people. And then, guys, check out our latest highlight video on the YouTube channel. I'd appreciate if you guys have a watch, have a feedback, have a thought, how you like that. We want to see more of that stuff. And then I'll think about that. Guys, thank you so much. Have a good evening. And enjoy Speed Shell with some iRacing. Omar Racing Team. Yeah, I guess so. I saw you kind of saying sorry. But it's quite funny, like, I praised you for being safe, and then, like, the next braking zone, you went for the Giga dive. So, I'm afraid I have to clip it, though. Just so you are aware. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. See you. Bye-bye.